I could not fall asleep. It was driving me crazy. I was just laying in bed, tossing and turning for like 3 hours. Like I could not sleep. And it was already like 1 in the morning, so I really didn't want to have to like get up and go on my computer, because then I really would have just wasted the entire night being on my computer playing a video game. So I just laid in bed and I was like, okay, I have to figure out how to fall asleep. I have to just lay here and try to sleep because I need to sleep. Then I started thinking about medieval things. And not just medieval things, but medieval battles. And I was thinking about how sometimes before a really, really big battle, the two armies will meet up and like the two head honchos will basically just be like, hey, what's up? You know, I'm going to beat you now. I think that happened in King Arthur. They like met and they were like, we're gonna destroy you. So you might as well just like go home. But of course they're like, no. There's some weird rule in certain movies where the two armies meet and basically tell each other, I'm gonna beat you. And then they go back and then they all start fighting. Okay, so for some crazy reason, I was like thinking about this in the middle of the night as I couldn't fall asleep, and then it got a little bit weirder. Not only was I thinking about medieval battles, and then I started thinking about what if I went out there, of course, because I'm gonna be leading the army, to meet the enemy and had an item from the 21st century. I don't know why. Like, this is very, very random. Like, you can't begin to understand where my brain was, because it was like 3 in the morning by this time. And then I started thinking about which items from the 21st century I would want to have for that moment in battle, or right before battle. What item would I have? And then of course everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, I'll bring a gun because then I'll destroy all of you. And you know, that's the boring answer, okay? But for some reason, my brain was like, I'll bring a taser. A taser. And here's why. I come riding up on my gigantic horse. It would be a dragon, actually. I come riding in and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're gonna beat you. And they're like, no, we're gonna beat you. And I just whip out this thing and it's just like this little gray box and it has this little like lightning bolt going in between it. You guys have seen tasers, like those ones that you just like use to shock people. So then I would just whip that out and be like, oh yeah, you really wanna go up against us now? And all of his army would be like, what is that? She's got this strange lightning bolt in the palm of her hands. I don't know why it's so funny to me to think about how somebody in the medieval times would react to a taser, because like think about it. If you lived back then, you've never seen anything like that in your entire life except from the sky, and they were like, oh, Zeus throws down lightning bolts and she has this little lightning bolt thingy box, and I would just walk up to him and I would just be like, sure, you still want to battle me with my cool lightning box? So then I would just go up to the leader of the bad army and I would just shock the crap out of him with my taser. He'd fall off his horse and his whole army would scatter like flies, because they'd be like, oh my gosh, this girl's crazy. She must be from Zeus above. Oh my goodness. Her handheld lightning bolt. I know. Half of you are like, what the heck is she talking about? But let me just tell you, when I can't sleep at night and it's like 3 in the morning and I've been tossing and turning for hours, my brain starts to act a little crazy. But I thought it'd make for a fun vlog, because thinking about a 21st century item in the medieval times, I just think it would blow everyone's mind back then. So my lack of sleep gets me thinking about some weird stuff, but at least it's medieval and I thought it was pretty funny, because I would love to see the reaction of the enemy leader's face the second I pulled out a taser. I think it's funny, but I want to hear from you. If you could bring one item from the 21st century back into medieval times, what would you bring? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.